Item number 16, discuss take action on resolution authorizing execution and renewal of library book contracts. Hello, Nikki. I didn't know you were standing there. How you doing? Good. So, let's see what we have here. Or you tell me what we have here.
Well, we have, let's see, we have quite a few. It's to renew all the contracts that we get the library books from Peggy. And it's just to extend our previous agreement with them for another year. There is Penworthy, Broadreach, Possum Great, Smart Apple Media, Centerpoint, Nobody Resources, Lookout Books, Gale, and Brogard.
As y'all remember, each budget cycle, we approve a different amount each year to buy books and videos for the library. And this looks like it goes from...
Yeah, and Casey's reached out to all these companies and given agreement.
Looks like it goes the first day of March 2024, ending 28th day of 2025, each one of these. Okay. Do we have any questions at all for Nikki or Casey? All right, do I have a motion to move forward with authorizing execution and renewal of the library bid agreement?
Yes.
I have a motion by Wade. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Jeff. Any further questions, comments, issues, concerns? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Item number 17, discuss take action pertaining to rent, lease, and agreements for Government Standards Board, GASB, Statement 87. I believe that's back to you again, Nikki.
Yes, and it should have had 87 and 96, so I will have to bring the 96 implementation back to the board.
And I left that off. You had 96 on here.
So we can approve the, and I think, did I send her, if not, I have a copy for y'all to look at.
You see where I cut it off right before I got to 96. I'll take blame for that one.
Thanks, Nikki.
Now, what these are Government Accounting Standards Board. We're wanting to set a threshold amount for tracking of these. 87 is the, pertains to leases, and so it's like our golf carts, our trucks, that type of thing that we have to keep account of on our leases. So we're recommending a $15,000 threshold limit for this, and that will help us with keeping up with our with the government accounting standards for this particular one that pertains to leases.
All right. And if I get this motion wrong, you tell me. I'll move forward with the motion to accept the government accounting standards statements pertaining to number 87. We'll bring back 96 in March. That has been presented to us by the auditor, Nikki Wheaton.
So moved.
The minimum dollar amount for lease transaction is $15,000. It's being set at $15,000.
Threshold will be set at 15,000. You still good with that, Wade?
Yes.
All right, so I have a motion by Wade. I'll make the second. Do we have any further questions or comments? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Bear with me, Nikki. We'll get right back to you again. All right, item number 18, discuss take action pertaining to the minimum dollar amount of money spent on county-owned materials and gear.
Yes, and I believe I emailed y'all all a copy. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. Requesting to change our personnel policy Presently, we have it's on the receipt of new property.
That's what I put right here,
Yeah.
what you gave us.
And to up the value of what we actually asset tag
Right, okay.
inventory to $1,000. And then, I have got down here in the bottom also controlled property that we consider high-risk items, and that was anything, previously we had like $100. But we would set up a way to keep track of that with the department heads and that type of thing. But for major asset tags, anything over 1,000, and then for controlled property, I'm asking y'all, I mean, if you would like to keep it at 100 or if you want to go to 500. But I looked at ERAF and Johnson County, and both of their value of asset tags and stuff are $1,000. So it's not other, this is surrounding counties, that is, you know.
They're both set at $1,000?
They both said it $1,000, ERAF and Johnson, I talked to both their auditors. And that's what they have theirs set at. And then most of them have like this controlled property where, like I said, you have another dollar amount for, you know, if you buy chainsaws or something like that, if you want to set a dollar amount that then the department heads and all would keep track of, and we could help them set up a system to do that. But I wanted to see what y'all's thoughts were. If we want to think about it, we can, I just wanted to present it to the court. And to redo the policy handbook to something to this effect.
So the one that's not in question is receipt of new property and tagging, new property value of $1,000 and no will be tagged, Somervell County property tag, the sequential number for inventory purposes by the county auditor. So that's one that's not in question, right?
Yes.
And then down here, each elected official and department head shall maintain control over property not defined under the capitalization policy, yet considered high-risk items anything over, and you're looking at the court for guidance on that particular dollar
Yes,
amount.
but they would like to have that. And, you know, the high-risk items include but are not limited to weapons, electronics, tools, and computer surveillance. So, you know, I think we need to set how we want to do
Did the
that.
other counties have a price on that?
Most of them are like 500. But like I said, if we want to set it lower, we certainly could.
So it varies county to county, some 5, some 1,000, some.
And we have started the inventory with all the departments. Departments are working on getting an updated inventory list and all that items. Casey got that all sent out, and departments are working on trying to get all that updated.
Well, do y'all have an idea what you want to move forward with today, or do you want to wait and discuss this, not take action today? What are y'all thinking?
Would you have a suggestion on a dollar?
Well, I mean, like I said, right now we've got it at 100. So, I mean, if y'all, whatever y'all thought of.
What's listed there is the 4 examples. Everything's gonna be pretty much well over 100.
Mhm.
So would 250 or would 500 be reasonable?
We could do certainly 250.
I'm not proposing, I'm just asking per
Yeah.
se.
Yeah, I think it needs to be over 100. I'll be good at 250, 500, either one.
Like I said, I'll let y'all, but.
Well, if someone's prepared to make a motion, the county owns supplies equipment, new property of value of $1,000 and up will be tagged, Somervell County property tag. And then control property, each elected official department head, yet considered the items would whatever price. I heard $250 many times. $250? All right, well, do I have that motion?
So moved.
Have a motion by Tammy, do I have a second? Have a second by Richard. Any further questions, comments, issues, concerns? All in favor said motion. That's 5-4, 0. Thank you, Nikki. All right, item number 19, discuss take action 2024 financial investment brokerage firms, banks, and pool investment policies. I believe that's you, Valerie.
So every year we have to come to court and do a new investment policy, and we're just keeping the same one we have, and it's, our primary goal is that, it's safety of principal, and then we need it to be liquid, because we need to be able to get to it every month to pay our bills. Because we try to keep most all our money in the tax pools, so that it makes more money there. So,
Get the most interest till you need to draw it out and pay your bills.
You got a list of where our money is at this point.
and we have the list of the bank, have tax pool prime, right now we have it in Texas Fit Income Trust, and which is part of the Blue Investment. And we just want to renew that policy.
All right, so do I have a motion to renew the 2024 financial investment brokerage firm, bank, and pool investment policy?
Sorry to interrupt, Judge.
You bet.
Yeah, just so you know, Prosperity Bank gave us an amazing interest rate.
Did it?
So, yes, sir, they gave it like, what was it like? TJ, about 4 or 5 times what we were getting in
Wow.
the tax pool.
It was a lot higher.
It was significant, and it's just as liquid, so, and it adds to our bottom line in the city significantly. So,
And safe, I'm sure.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
insured up to
it's all FDIC,
Right.
every penny.
Perfect. Any other questions or comments before we see if we have a motion to move forward with this? All right, thank you.
Would that be worth studying at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Valerie, that'd probably be back to them if they advise you, to go out and look at Prosperity and look at First Financial, see what they
Let me correct that, I think it was Interstate, sorry. It's
Okay.
Trice, Barron, so. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Interbank, yeah.
I didn't remember which one it was.
So would y'all like to?
Is all of that
take-
stuff open records, or is that open
Yes.
records
Yes.
requested? Okay, I just wondered, because it was listed under the treasury report online on the website the other day. I didn't know if that was all supposed to be just open to the public to see, or,
Yeah, this one, was listed, like in 19 on its own. You could do the public record request. And then if you just use that exact wording, like what's on number 19.
I don't want it. I saw it on the website.
Okay.
All of it was posted on the treasurer's report on the website the other day, and then it was just disappeared when I went back.
Anything up there is, yeah, you can do open records request, anything goes on, whatever. All right, so, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, would y'all like to, not take any action on this till Valerie has a chance to research other interests in liquidity and security, insurance, things like that?
That way we don't lock ourselves into this, so we can't do nothing right now. If she could find something that, might help.
So we'll give that back to you, Valerie. Hang on just a second, and we'll do the second.
Does it have to be approved in a certain amount of time?
I'll get to it really quick.
Okay.
Think so.
So no action will be taken on number 19. And number 20 is to take action on Texas Treasury Safekeeping Trust Company, tax full new accounts. Back to you again, Valerie.
We have some, things that were made before I became in here to start the tax fit income savings, and it doesn't go, it's not as liquid as our taxable account, so we were gonna move our 2 accounts from tax fit to taxable and create a new account for the CDD, so we can have a taxable account for them.
Have a Because tax fit was more tied up, wasn't it? It was more,
Not as liquid.
not as liquid for a taxing entity as it should be.
Yeah.
And then if we go with another entity, then we can
So
transfer
we can
them
look at
again.
that for this.
But at least we get them out of tax fit where you can get them.
Yeah.
All right. So, do I have a motion to move forward? And if I get this wrong, Valerie or Mark, somebody needs to tell me, to move forward with the safekeeping trust company tax pool, move tax fit out of tax fit into a tax pool account. Is that correct? I'll make that motion, Michelle, if that makes sense at all.
And I will talk to the bank about these also, to see if they have a better deal there, and we can go back and do that.
And this one needs to be moved out,
It needs-
no
yeah.
matter what.
Yes.
I'll second.
All right, I have a motion by myself, I have a second by Tammy. Any further questions or comments or issues pertaining to this? And Valerie, if you don't mind, if you would just sign this and the board approves it, then just get it back to Michelle to file it. All right, I have a motion, I have a second. Any further questions or comments? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against.